Hi everyone, my name's Kim. So I studied obviously occupational therapy at University of Sydney. Yeah, I graduated at the end of 2021, which is a lot longer, a while ago now. But yeah, I think I continue to participate and be a part of OzTREKK because I think OzTREKK was a really big part of, I guess, my process of getting into OT and helping me settle into Australia. And it's been actually helped me find a lot of friends and roommates that I am still really close to this day. So I think that's part of the reason why I still participate in a lot of these OzTREKK events, but also because I think I was a student at one point where I didn't really know what I was doing. And I really hated that feeling of not really sure what the next step was for me. And just feeling that feeling of being lost. And so part of being part of OzTREKK has really helped me as well to connect with other students who are in the same position that I was in. So it's been really nice.
And where did you do your undergrad, Kim?
Oh, I did my undergrad at UBC, so I did kinesiology. Yeah.
And did you apply to some of the schools in Canada first before Australia?
Yeah, so I applied for CMCC and then I for Cairo, and I also applied for U of A for OT. So at the time I got into Cairo, but I kind of wanted to do OT more. I kind of discovered OT much later in my degree. So it was all very last minute, and I put in an application like the last week it was due. But yeah, so at the end of the day, when I got, my offers, I was like, I still really want to do OT. I don't know if I want to wait another year to apply for OT again in Canada. So I decided to make the jump to go through OzTREKK and go to Australia because I wanted to really continue my education and be able to graduate at a reasonable time and start working and just, yeah, get the process started.
So it made sense for you as far as timeline and
Yeah.
acceptance.
Yeah. Yeah, so sharing some of my highlights. Like I said, sorry, the photos are really scattered, but I met a lot of friends through the OzTREKK Facebook group. So when I was first getting started with the process, obviously feeling a bit nervous about where I'm going to live, obviously being a student there, but on the top left there and also the bottom right there, those are all the roommates that I met through OzTREKK's Facebook group. It was actually quite smooth and seamless. I put on a little post being like looking for roommates, and then people just message, and it just happened so quickly, and now we're still like friends for life. And other highlights from my time at Sydney University was getting to do a placement overseas. So there's a couple photos there where I got to do a placement in Cambodia at an orphanage working with children with cerebral palsy. Um, and sorry, I threw a couple of random photos in there around like finances and stuff. Like I took up just random jobs. You'll see there's one job there that I was handing out free gum at the campus. So one thing that I think you mentioned was that the minimum wage in Australia is actually pretty good. So even handing out gum, I was making almost $30 an hour, and like all I had to do was just hand out gum. I also picked up other part-time jobs working as a disability support worker. Something to know about Australia is that when you work on weekends, you actually get double pay. I think a time and a half or double pay. So it actually, if you're a student, it's really nice to give up one of your weekends because you get paid really well there for working on a weekend. And then I just put my car there because I personally felt like getting a car really helped me to get the most out of my experience. And yeah, that's all.
How was driving on the other side of the road?
It's not too bad actually. You get the hang of it. Definitely go slow when you start. You'll feel like you're gonna crash into the other lane, but just go slow and you'll be okay.